And then the next one, similarly.
Less of a backflip, but I put my hand down, and because that place is so sticky, it rolled my fingers. I can't make a fist anymore. It rolled my fingers into a fist and grinded my knuckles off and shoved my own elbow into my rib cage.
Bro, what's up? Bros.
Dudes,
that's
not
people.
Yeah, it's okay. That point at you?
Yes.
Good.
Directly. Well, almost directly.
Sorry, I did the
What's
cameras.
Up? You did the cameras.
Yeah.
It sounds like you were a bit concussed when I walked in.
Yeah. Again.
So,
dude,
here's the
I know this is
here's the scenario. I've been
stories.
busy all day driving around doing other things, and he skated.
Yeah.
Just now, right?
Yeah.
Just now.
Yeah.
And then I walked in, and he's looking kind of dazed, and he's like, "My wheel fell off across the flat bottom." Yes, this is true.
I mean, I'm so new to being back in it, and I've already done a couple of things that I've never done in my other really significant skateboard career. Like, I've never had my truck snap off where the axle parts came off.
Right. That is shocking.
Yeah.
That's like the only time I've ever seen anything like that happen is when someone took a sledgehammer to a skateboard.
But not while skateboarding it.
Not while skateboarding, just in hopes of destroying it.
Well, thank God for video and YouTube, and that we have a YouTube.
We have it.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Yes. Yeah, no. I wish I could be more excited about it, but I'm really sore, dude. I'm so bummed out. Like, that pool slam really hurt.
Rewind. So what was that, 4 days ago?
I think so. Wait.
4 days ago,
Yeah.
Jason and I were in LA.
Pink Hotel.
Pink Hotel.
Motel. Sorry.
Pink Motel. At the Pink Motel pool. We got like a special invite.
So sick.
It was pretty
legendary.
Sick.
And then Lance Mountain was there. And then Lance Mountain told me a little bit more about the Pink Motel, and that it was built before Upland in the 70s. And people have been skating that since 1977 or some shit. I was born in 71, son. That thing's as old as me. And all these people have skated. And then he shows me a photo on his phone of Brad Bowman. No, some old guy that I don't know doing a carve with like the big glowy wheels. And he's this is the most legendary photo ever taken. And I'm like, oh, this place is
it's history.
Yeah. And then I was like, wow, I'm actually skating with you guys. This is really cool.
And you were going for it.
A little bit.
And
I just wanted to do
one thing. I'll give you my perspective on it. Jason was going for it, had a couple of sick slasher grinds.
Yeah.
Dropped his rail on one Smith grind.
And I thought I had it.
And then came full speed, and his board went over the deck, and then he did a backflip in, but luckily caught what little transition there is.
Oh.
So kind of did a slide. I'd say like a backflip slide.
Yeah,
kinda.
The elbow saved me, I think, a little bit. You're talking about the
I'm talking the first one.
Yeah, the first one that I didn't get hurt on, yeah.
Yeah, and then
it ripped the top of my elbow pad, so the elbow pad saved me, and I missed my head, so it was fine.
Yeah,
and then
it looked violent, but then he was okay.
Out.
And then the next one, similarly,
less of a backflip, but I put my hand down, and because that place is so sticky, it rolled my fingers. I can't make a fist anymore. It rolled my fingers into a fist and grinded my knuckles off and shoved my own elbow into my rib cage.
But also, you missed the transition.
Yeah.
So
it was
he
just
free falled. It's kind of the way the Pink Motel is. It has a slight bank and then the transition up to the wall. So he missed all of this falling and landed on the bank, which is sandpaper. And then,
yeah. Yeah, it's quite an experience. I was like, wow, this is that really hurt way more than I thought it was going to. I'm like, oh, wow, total accident. And then I got out of there and my ribs hurt, hard to breathe. And I was like, you can't be that hurt. And then I rolled around the pool and I did a little jump up and down while I was on my skateboard. And I was like, oh, shit, you're fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Like, that really hurt.
I thought for sure you broke a rib, maybe dislocated something, and either dislocated your fingers or broke your wrist. Like, one of those things had to have happened from what I saw.
That one's not good, right?
I think it's okay.
Oh, okay.
It's just infected.
Well, I keep trying to put stuff on it, but today I had Band-Aids on it, and the Band-Aids were coming off, and I've got new pads on because my pads
Oh,
got
that's right. And you're skating. You're nuts.
my pads got ripped off at the pool, so I've got different pads on, and my elbow pads are rubbing my scab off. So I took the elbow pad off this arm because it was hurting my elbow, and then my chuck snapped.
How ironic.
I'm just pumped that I was having a bad day too. Like I was having a bad day. I'm tired. I'm still sore. Like I don't sleep right now because
when you texted me that we were gonna do the show, and I only had this window to the show, and you're like, "Oh, cool, I'll come skate," and I was like, "You're gonna skate?"
I just want to keep up. I want to try so that I can actually.
You can't take more than 4 days off after a slam like that.
All you good guys don't. You're like, oh, I can't skate after a week, and I'm like, that's exactly how long I take off every time.
Yeah. Okay. I understood.
But it's wrong. I didn't need to ride today. I was burnt out, and I wasn't at my my ultimate level, so I was already getting a little bit hairy. I set up 2 different boards because it wasn't working out, and then that happened. But I think that was going to happen regardless. So maybe it was for the best that I wasn't going full speed. I would only
or at the pool.
Right. I almost would have rathered it at the pool. Like
just body checked into that wall.
Get it over and done with.
I feel like whatever happened to that pool probably set up your truck for the damage or whatever it was.
Yeah, because they're brand new. I just got them. I just keep buying stuff.
I'm distracted. I just watched Bucky Lasek do a sad plant to fakie to a switch sad plant to fakie.
Well,
if he drops in again, we're turning the camera so you can see what I just saw. Because
he's been doing that ride over and over again.
Oh,
this is another thing that's freaking me out. He's really good, and he's having a bad day. And they're having an angry session out there. And he said, right when I got there,
is that Mitchie Brusco?
Yeah, right when I got there, he was
session.
like, "Oh, I could barely skate today," and I was like, "Why are you telling me?"
Yeah, you're like, I can barely walk today.
I haven't barely been able to skate the whole time. So I don't know when we're bonding on this, dude.
Right.
But I was like, man, and he's bitter, and I was like, oh God. And then I was having a Rusty Wallace moment. And I was like, man, maybe I should just wait until the podcast starts because I'm not having a very good day. And then that slam happened. I was like, oh, we're definitely stopping.
Wow. When we were talking about on the last show, we were talking about something when I had to relearn to sort of shift my weight or even my weight out when I broke my pelvis.
Yeah.
But I never told you about the one I fell back a lot in those days. But there was one time when we made a giant gap here in the ramp. I think we made it 16 or 20 feet. I think we made it 20 feet.
Yeah.
Like 20-foot channel. And I did that roll in and I did a setup air to go across the channel. And I was kind of in the back seat just because of the way my weight distribution was after the injury. And my tail broke off.
Before you took off?
My tail broke off pumping through the transition.
So into the air?
No. Like across the flat, I'm on 2 pieces of a skateboard.
Oh, what made you do the splits?
Yeah. And then luckily didn't get to the channel.
You didn't go
even
off
though I was
the
heading
side.
towards it.
Yeah.
But that's how screwed up my balance was. And then there was so much force and we're going so high. Wait, here we go. Bucky, watch.
You know this is a line, right? So it's switch sad plant to fakie. Sorry, sad plant to fakie, then switch sad plant to fakie, then frontside.
Look at that. Sad plant to fakie.
Then switch sad plant to fakie.
Oh my God.
Then no stall. Oh no, he's changed it.
Oh wait, that was impossible.
He's changed the line because he was trying to do backside lip slide into nollie flip frontside tail slide. Like as long as you can see me, wow, you're in charge, videographer. Cup cam. You're all right. You know what I was listening to today?
So anyway, what I was telling you is that was the moment when I was like, I have to figure out how to skate better or how to balance better because I just broke my skateboard because my balance is off.
Yeah. Are you telling me to get a better balance?
No, I'm just telling you my story that I forgot to tell you last week.
Oh, okay.
That's it. That's my story. Cool story.
Yeah. I was waiting for your butt to split again. It's usually what happens. Have you been on the 9 Club?
Yes.
All right.
A couple times. Why, are you going to go?
No, they have no interest in talking to me, dude. But I like their show.
Yeah.
because
They
I
go
don't.
deep dive.
Yeah, it's kind of like sometimes they talk about stuff where I'm like, wait, I think I know what Tricky's talking about, and I'm like, you're fucking old, dude. Like for them to start.
Oh, you're talking about street stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I didn't pay that much attention to all that stuff, so some of it I can tell there's like they're all good. I didn't know that. I just thought they were.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were all skateboarders. The end. Like I didn't know.
No, pro skaters.
Yeah, I was like, because I've never met any pro skateboarders that wanted to talk on a podcast or at an event or anything. It just seemed like skateboarders were, yeah, man. That's how you kept it. Like, so how can you run a podcast?
Yeah, but it also, I mean, when they first started, I thought it was a bold move just because I didn't think there'd be such an audience for just shop talk.
Right.
Of skating, into the weeds of street and video parts and stuff. But yeah.
Well, I'd believe it now just because of how many people want to hear about older skateboarders talk about fucking skateboarding from the 80s. Like I thought for sure, dude, that this show was going to be like, Tom Cruise, what's it like to be in a movie? And it's like, whoa, you got Tom Cruise. No. You need to interview Christian Osoy, and you need to ask him about what it was like in an era was a long time ago. And I'm like, why would anybody? Wait, you want to hear that?
Yeah.
So I also feel like whenever you get into the weeds of our Vert stuff, I don't get any complaints about it. I feel like there's like the tattoo people and all these older guys that used to skate are like, I love that story about this one thing where you're talking about bonelesses or. Even like when I tell my kid,
do you follow the past participle on Instagram?
The what?
Past participle. It's just photos of 80s skaters, but just kids, amateurs, backyard ramps. No. It's really cool. You'll love it.
Yeah, show me that. I want to do that. Yeah,
but it's that vibe. It's like, and everyone who follows it loves it, and it's growing. Right. And it's just because they love that time and place of their life.
I think skateboarding
brought to them.
It's even if you don't skateboard anymore, you're still a skateboarder. If you did it for enough or you got into it enough, it doesn't ever leave you. You're always like, you might remember that era enough to be like, what's the new era's guy? And what's the next era's guy? Like you kind of know a couple of people. You kind of know a little bit about it for the rest of your life, depending on your love for it at one point. Bud Boyle was on the 9 Club, and I was fucking loving it because I haven't heard what Bud's been up to, and Bud's like runs all these companies. I don't know that. I don't care. I never cared. I was skateboarding.
It's great they recognize that.
Gary Valentine set me up, and I'm like, Gary Valentine set you up? I came to America with Gary Valentine. I'm like, wait, Gary Valentine owns half of skateboarding in America? Like, I didn't know. I'm like, wait, he owns Dwindle? I don't even know. Like, I did nothing. This was such a riveting podcast to me. I was like, well, these guys are really fucking, and I never thought that they would want to talk to Bud Boyle.
Oh yeah, no, they like I said, they dig deep. Yeah. And they're doing a great job, and they got a great following. So I applaud.
Yeah, I think it's an awesome show.
There's a podcast just about skate videos called the Vert Button.
What? Wait, there's a podcast about Vert dudes?
No, do you know what the Vert Button is?
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that when in the 90s, when there'd be a vert section in a skate video.
Oh,
people hit fast forward. Yeah. That's the Vert Button.
Oh. My whole life, man. I'm the fast forward button. Awesome.
There was always that Vert Button was strong with the Birdhouse videos.
Yeah. Right, because you guys got
I always put Vert in there, yeah.
Including
our team on the Vert ramp. So
right.
Like Willie, Steve Barra.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, we put Yusufer in there. I put like clips of Bucky in the Birdhouse video.
So annoying. Shameless. Everyone must have been so, but yeah, I know, right? How disrespectful to the game you were. I know though. I get it. I feel like Frazier's
vert parts in the Birdhouse videos were insane.
And nobody like Vert dudes. It's weird. Vert dudes were like awesome video part. I didn't know that. Like, I don't care if the rest of the world's fast forwarding it. That was his sickest Vert part. The end of it. Yeah. Like Bucky's.
I remember, this is such a funny memory. I remember when we did the Ban This premiere.
Yeah.
It was in St. Louis. And they wanted me to fly to other cities and premiere it in skate shops.
Oh, okay.
Ban This, right?
By yourself?
By myself. Yeah. Other writers were doing it too in other, like,
But you would all go
St.
out.
Louis was the premiere, and then everyone fanned out
Okay.
to go do these other skate shop premieres. And I went to one, I can't remember, it was on the East Coast somewhere, but I remember that the people that were watching the video didn't realize that I was still there in the shop, because I had been signing stuff, and then it was like, okay, now we're going to show the video, and they thought that I just left, but I was still kind of there lingering and talking. And I remember watching these dudes, like, as soon as my part came on, they're like, fast forward at the skate shop.
Oh my God, dude.
Okay, I can relate to it a little bit. When I went back to Australia, when I like retired because somebody was trying to fight me at every contest, I was like, I don't need to be here anymore. I'll go back to Australia. And I was sponsored by Ellis, the clothing line that Matt Hensley made. And I had the rights to sell it in Australia. So I was going to be the distributor of Ennis. That was my first, I was going to add a business move. So I had to go to all the skate shops and pitch all the stuff. And nobody wanted my t-shirt.
And they didn't know it was you?
Oh, fuck yeah, they knew it was me.
They knew it was you.
Yeah, like fucking Vert, dude. I want Hensley's. I want, Markovich, like Jason Ellis t-shirt. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I was going to buy that. And I was like, yeah, probably right. And then drive my wife's car to the next store.
Oh, man, that's rough.
It's so lame. Man, don't let people intimidate you, people. Get out there and do your thing, no matter what they say. Hey, everybody. Jason Ellis here with Tony Hawk. Hawk versus Wolf. Mint Mobile. Do you have a phone? Do you use a phone? Do you pay attention to your phone bill? If you're like me, you don't. You kind of, am I fired? Because that's probably the only time that I ever check my phone bill, which was recently. A year ago, I got fired. And I was like, ooh, how much is my phone bill? Well, when Mint Mobile sponsored the Jason Ellis show, and then thank goodness they're sponsoring Hawk versus Wolf, this is my show phone. And if I was a smart man, I would steal my children's phones and replace their network with Mint Mobile, and then I would save even more. But it's technical. I'm divorced. I don't have that much of a say in stuff. I'm just happy to be here. But $15 a month. That's what I know. I don't have to read any of this stuff on here. It's $15 a month for Mint Mobile. It's the same thing as everybody else's network. If you transition to this one, they give you the same phone number. You're just paying way less. So if you're into not paying way more for your phone bill month to month, maybe check out Mint Mobile. If for a limited time, buy any 3-month mobile plan and get 3 more months free by going to mintmobile.com/hawk. That's mintmobile.com/hawk. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/hawk. It's easy. Hey, everybody. Jason Ellis, Tony Hawk, Hawk versus Wolf, Liquid IV. I'm excited to talk to you about these guys because I work out a lot, and out of everybody that I work out with, professional UFC guys to complete basic first-timers, everybody I train with, nobody sweats more than me. I've told you on my shows, it's not a lie. It's just the facts. I don't know what it is. I don't ask doctors about it because I don't want them to make me paranoid that maybe it means I'm going to die early. Most people tell me that people that sweat a lot, it's good. It means you're cleaning your system out faster. So I don't know the answer to that. I just know that I've never met anybody that's sweating more than me while we're doing the same workout. It just hasn't happened, which means I
concur.
Right. Tony skates. We skate for an hour, and Tony.
I see you sweat through 2 shirts at least.
Right. And he's standing right next to me. Probably had twice as many rides. Not sweated out t-shirt. I'm thinking maybe you sweat a lot. So I got to replenish because I sweat so much, and I do so many things in my day that if I get dehydrated, especially with my driving and everywhere I got to go, Liquid IVs to me is the most convenient. It comes in a little pouch. You tear the head off it and you pour the powder into your water. And I don't pour it into bubble water because it doesn't work. There's a reaction there that you don't want to do. I did not know that. But hey, you live and you learn. But you can just, I drink a lot of different things to try to get my my intake because sometimes I'll sweat and I'm still thirsty while I'm sweating and I'm like, I think I'm for sure dehydrated. I can't escape. But with Liquid IV, you can. They come in these big bag, and you have a bunch of them. To me, they're just in the kitchen. They're super convenient. Just shove one in and off you go. It's just super easy, and they're very tasty. Flavors nationwide at Walmart, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code WOLF at checkout. 25% off anything you order when you get better hydration today using promo code WOLF at liquidiv.com.
When we first started Birdhouse, there were 3 of us in an office, and I was tasked with just cold calling shops. Like, hey, we start a new brand, Birdhouse. They're like, yeah, and then I would hang up and I'd call next one. I was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah,
I can't do this.
Yeah, no,
this is not.
It's like
I'm not good at sales, and it's making me feel bad.
Yeah, and I can admit, like you up here. Oh, okay. So what I'm doing isn't popular anymore. How many times have you done your shit where you go to fucking hospital? You know, like we're doing stuff, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
It wasn't that. It was more that it was, and it wasn't. I wasn't trying to sell myself or my goods. I was trying to literally sell Birdhouse with our team, which was Jeremy
team?
Klein. Yeah,
that didn't help.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I was like, we got Jeremy Klein skateboards, Willie Santos skateboards,
and everybody was excited when you say that, right? Or not?
They were just like, oh yeah, I don't know. We gotta wait to see what the kids think about it if they want it.
Oh, okay.
And they're just like, okay, thanks, call us back. Click.
That's weird. So shops just didn't make their own decisions, or they kind of felt maybe not. Because
I think this is 1992, and hardly any skateboards were selling, so they were very careful with what they were carrying.
Okay,
it had to sell. World sold,
and you were,
so they were,
and your company was affiliated with you, and you're a Vert dude.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I hope that gave it some clout, but yeah.
I would have hoped that, but I feel like you're kind of.
I mean, we sold. You know, we stayed in business.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it was dire to the point where it was like no one's buying it, and we gotta.
Did you ever get the feeling that because it was your company that some of the shops were less interested?
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
so without question.
That's the bit that I was trying to get to. Like. Okay, maybe I'm not into your style or whatever it is, but you got to respect the guy for what he's done all of us.
I got it. I knew the
skate shop dudes are like, I don't fucking care, man.
Yeah.
Like I've been skating for like 3 years.
I knew it was going to be a daunting task or a big hill to climb, but we kept going.
Man, after the Birdhouse, you've had a lot of like spots where it was like a real kick in the dick, huh?
Yeah, but I can't complain because I got to skate all throughout it, and
yeah,
you know what I mean. It wasn't.
Well, it's funny when you put the.
It wasn't like I was. It wasn't like I couldn't put food on the table. It was just. It was just a lower level of food that I was putting on the table.
Right, and with a little kick of like they sort of like bashed your ego a little bit. Like it's a little too humbling at times.
You know what?
You think it's good for you?
Oh, absolutely. It's good for you. Yeah, it keeps you in check. That's why I'm able to do it and have an appreciation for it that's way beyond what I ever imagined.
Right.
Because now, with the opportunities I get, I'm blown away. I'm thankful. I don't expect any of it, and it's just amazing. Yeah. And it's because I went through those times, and it gave me a perspective that was like, you're not always going to have this, and you're going to be lucky to ever get any part of it again.
Right.
And then I got it in droves.
Right.
And it's been wild.
I got a key to your ramp.
And you get...
Just saying, things are pretty good for me, too. Except for that fucking slam. God. But that's the test.
I mean, that's like I can make a phone call and go skate Pink Motel pool. That's pretty amazing.
Well, don't call me.
I did.
At least give me a month before you call me for that sesh. I'm getting a pool board if I go there.
How was that?
Again.
That was pretty cool though. By the end of it, because so we skated. You got hurt. Obviously, that was not cool.
Whatever.
And I was there doing this little project because I put together. I think I have it here.
Oh, it's right behind you. Yep.
Look at that. So this was my dream board when I was a kid. Sims taper kick. Like this is what I saw in the magazines, and I was like, I want that.
And you couldn't get it.
Yeah, because my dad didn't want to. He may have been able to afford it, but he's really like, I'm not gonna spend that much money on a skateboard. You're just started skating, and I was just like frothing over it. And then these are going split axles.
Yeah.
So no one had even figured out grinding yet.
Right.
Right. But they look cool as hell. So I wanted those. And then Road Rider 4s were the absolute best wheel you could get at the time. Like without question, I never got Road Rider 4s. These were slightly used on eBay. Guess how much?
What? Like $500?
1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah.
So they knew they had those and that you can't get those.
Yeah. But anyone from that era is like Road Rider 4s. Get Road Rider 4s.
Oh, okay.
Like I had a friend that his dad bought him 2 Road Rider 4s.
The sets of wheels or the board?
No, just 2 wheels because he couldn't afford 4, and that was good enough for him. Like he had 2 Road Rider 4s.
Oh, he wasn't going to ride
cool.
them. He was just keeping.
No, he rode them
with 2 other wheels. On
with
the back.
2 other wheels. But he's just like, yeah, Road Riders.
Okay,
that's how cool they were. So anyway, I pieced all this together through eBay. I got these trucks from a dude in England actually, and then I wanted to get a photo riding it.
You shredded it.
We went to Pink Motel, and then Lance met us there. I got a photo, but then Lance and I, out of nowhere, just started trying inverts on the face wall. And I don't know what possessed either one of us because it wasn't fun. Like our first attempts.
Yeah, falling off in there, running out of anything, anything that doesn't go perfectly well in there is horrible.
Yeah,
and you guys fell off a lot.
We both got on our arm, and then we're not going to quit.
Yeah.
And then it was just such a funny, like,
Man,
I don't know, it was indicative of skateboarding, obviously, but Lance and I are both in our 50s, and we're like, we're not leaving until we're doing inverts.
I thought it was cool to be, I was
cool.
like, wait, you guys are going for double hand plants. It's a historical day, and I'm just happy to be here. Yeah.
It was pretty
and
cool.
And then not a lot of people would get this, but the video that you edited to your old Bones Brigade video music, but I'm in it.
Yeah.
When you texted to me, I was like,
I put it on the
Hawk versus Wolf
Instagram. Yeah.
If you're not from that era or you weren't a kid and you didn't watch that pool session, then you wouldn't know how gnarly it is that he made a video and put you in it. It's so. I was like, oh fuck! Now I really wish I didn't slam and I had like more tricks to go with the rest of you guys because Lance Mountain got fucking gnarly. I don't know how good that dude. I didn't know he was that good. So insulting.
I've tried to get him to come skate here, and he always says, if I go there, I want to be able to skate. Like I don't want to just be trying to get used to it the whole time.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, in order to feel good at there, I got to be skating it not all the time.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to. I don't have the drive or the energy.
Right.
And my style is in pools now.
Yeah.
And then when you see him skate
then
like,
you don't argue at all.
That's
Stay
it.
there.
Like he belongs there.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Stay there. I'd go all the time if I skated it like you. I'm going to stay over here.
It was awesome. He said he'll do the show.
Oh, I know you told me that. Yeah. Jake Brown wants to do the show too, so I'm like, man, I got to tell the Tony I'm not in charge, but I know he's got good stories. If he can remember any of them, that is.
Let's go.
He's got the game, his end zone thing that he really wants to promote as well. And it is I hate board games. I'm the most anti-board game ever, but you can't deny it. It's a good game. Like the way the score is or some shit. It keeps you, I don't drink. I don't do anything that you're supposed to do that you would think that you would want to do in this board game.
Because the idea is that it's a drinking game.
I think right? no, you drink it while you're playing it. No, but it's like you roll the dice to the end, and there's different scores for what it lands on and what number your dice is.
Right.
So it's a dice game and a board game, and it's got a little bit to do with. It doesn't really have anything to do with football.
Okay.
Otherwise, if it did, I wouldn't understand what I was doing, and I understood.
It's called End Zone.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he's trying to get I don't know. He sent me an ad the other day of Travis. Who is it? Like 2 freestyle moto dudes battling. Robbie.
I just saw Bucky. He did impossible tail grab to nose. Look at that. Wait.
Okay, you get to see him.
Sorry.
He's slapping his skateboard.
Oh.
He's done pumping it. You can't ask him to do it again.
Hey!
Oi! Yeah. Did he set up another board? He did, right? He can. He's got boards. But the good news is, Tony, is the board that I rode before my truck came off is a nice skateboard and I like it. And it's a Bucky board. And I know Bucky because the thing that I found out, I was getting pissed. Going to McGill's skate shop. I love Mike McGill. Go to the skate shop. You don't have a lot of Vert stuff to choose from. I found out today that if you have, Jason, you've got 149s? Nobody uses those. And I'm like, I haven't been gone that long. How could I be that out? How come you all know that and I don't know that? And they're like, oh, it's way more stable with, and I'm okay. It's way more stable with the 159s. Note to self. And he's like, gee, my board it's got this. Look at this, and you would like it because it's wider.
That was McGill.
No, sorry, I'm jumping around. The McGill skate shop thing was I got to get shoes. They didn't have normal shoes like the ones you've got. What are those ones called?
These ones?
Normal Vans. I call them normal Vans. These ones are half cabs, and I like Stevie, and these looked cool too.
I don't think you'd want to skate in these though, because they're
no. I need the high tops because I keep melting my ankle off.
Yeah.
So, but these are a little. You need to wear these in, and I did not know that, and I bought them on the way down here. You know, I'm in a hurry. I got a lot of shows to do. I don't just like, oh, let me just get skate shit all the time. Like, I don't have time. And then when I buy boards, I buy boards off the internet by the picture. So it's you can't go to a skate shop and go try out a bunch of Vert boards. Mitchy Brusco shows me his board today. He goes, "You would like this board?" And I stand up and I go, "Ooh, I would like this board." And I was like, "Where do you get your board?" And he's like, "Off me." I'm like, "Because you can't sell your board because you wouldn't sell your Vert board. It's too big, right?" He's like, "Yeah, probably." So if I don't know Mitchy Brusco personally, I'm not going to get a Vert board.
You know, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah. I just wanted to figure it out by myself.
I know,
you know?
but it's frustrating, or it's just strange to hear you say like, yeah, but then I look at these and I get it online, and then I go to McGill's and I do like, you know, you have connections in the skateboard industry, whether you realize it or not.
I just don't
starting
like
here.
I don't like asking. I don't.
What are you kidding me?
I have asked. You give
know
me
how
stuff
many
all the
randos
time.
ask me for stuff?
Well, what a bunch of fucking idiots. Why rando asking Birdman for everything? Like, think he don't have shit to do?
It's all right.
I can tell he's got shit to do. That's another reason. I think because I know you personally and how busy you are. I'm asking you for
But this
trucks.
is my office, and this is where I keep skate gear. So it's not like a stretch for me to go grab you skate gear.
You got any 159s?
I do.
We're in.
Yes.
Okay. You got Vans?
Not in your size.
Right.
What's your size?
10.5.
I can easily get them.
Can I get some high top 10.5?
Yes.
This is a great podcast, isn't it? Hey, if anybody wants some shit, DM me. I'll get it for you. Actually, Tony, can I get a size 5 in a Vans shoe? Yeah. Bespoke. Jason Ellis and Hawk. Bespoke. It's bespoke. I got a box of awesome. Last time I did the read, I was like, yeah, box of awesome. I like the word awesome, and I like box. Well, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Box of Awesome knows me so well without even knowing me that my first Box of Awesome was all knives.
It was bespoke.
All weapons. They were like, we know what you want, dude. Yes, I do. I got throwing knives. It really is a Box of Awesome because I'm like, Box of Awesome. Like, what am I going to get? Some dad cologne or something? No, they gave Jason the only thing Jason would care about. Weapons.
Wolves and knives.
Yeah. Wait, was there a wolf in there? They gave me a lot of knives. Like, I think there was
they keep you wanting more. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. So you'd be surprised how much they know about you. You'll be very excited. If they're going to, look, I was like, what can they possibly give me that I would actually use? Throwing knives, targets. They gave me a target to put on a board to throw the knives at. Like, they know exactly what I do. So it's like a $70 box for $40. If you sign up, get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and then enter the code HawkWolf at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code HawkWolf, 20% off your first box. And it's awesome.
You should see the orders I make because we have so many kids.
Oh, yeah. So you get the whole.
Yes.
But I feel, yeah, that's
It's all right.
awesome. And I bet you
No
they're
problem.
very happy to do that. I've told you I went to Vans once and Steve told my kids a great story about me that involved no alcohol and gave them a fun bag each. And I was like, dude, like, oh my God. Like forever, dude, forever for that. I swear I already loved him anyway, but that day I was like, forever.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because he was like, Jason was in Europe once, and I was like, oh, fucking do not
yeah,
do
nothing
it.
good happened there.
Yeah, I'm like, in Europe, I don't even remember Europe. That means it was all bad. Like, but I'm thinking Steve Van Doren he was never around for the bad, Jason. Like, I think whenever I saw Steve, I was like, oh shit, it's like,
yeah,
skate police, get out. Like,
skate police.
Don't let him see my face.
Fun police.
Well, he wasn't fun police. He was just my fun
Yes.
police for sure.
Yeah.
I was more respectful.
Well,
than,
but also he was the reason for the season, like for the sponsors and the tours and stuff. So if you saw him coming, you're like, okay, I'm doing the thing that I'm
Right.
supposed to be doing.
right. And if you're around like all
everything's
the
expected of me, I'm doing it.
right, if you're around all the bad dudes, you know what I mean? It's like extra beers, and he shows up.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you guys doing? I'm like, just hanging out.
There were a few times when I went on tour, especially some of the shoe tours, where someone would just end up just drinking the whole time, like in the van, drinking, no skating.
and he's cool with that.
No, and it wasn't. I'm not talking about vans. I'm just talking about like in tours where you're just like, how did you even get on this trip?
Yeah.
How did anyone allow this?
Have you had somebody on your team do that? Like, have you ever been on a tour where you're the guy? It's Birdhouse or whatever it is?
was on a tour and I've definitely had some friction, but I've also, I've had either someone that just won't skate. Or
and you've said, "Hey, are you
just-
skating?"
Yeah, like, hey, let's go.
And what did they say? Like, has anyone ever said, "I don't feel like it"?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And then what was the other thing? I was just onto something. Oh, and then someone was just causing problems, like just always a problem, always causing friction
with the
Finally,
other
with
guys.
everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, including me. I mean, I was just like, you gotta go. You gotta go. This isn't the tour for you. And then sent him to the airport, and then he came back.
Makes sense
And
because
I was
he's
like,
already like,
What happened? And he's like, well, I just don't want you to feel like I gave up. Like, no, I sent you home.
yeah,
It's not you giving up. It's me
I'm giving
getting
up.
you out of here.
yeah.
Because this isn't working.
He's a crazy person.
It was a little strange. Yeah.
Did he get drink? He was into drinking or something, or was this a straight?
Yeah, there was a little bit of that, but I mean, we made amends later, and
I hope he's okay because that sounds
no, he's
like,
fine. He's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you have
Yeah.
had to tell a skateboarder on your tour, "Hey, are you skating?" And they're like, "Nah, man, I don't really feel like."
Oh
You've
man,
had a guy like that.
one time when early Birdhouse days, I sent only a few guys to Europe. We had no budget, and I was like the Stacey Peralta. So I'm with them, and only the chosen few got to go to the Europe contest because
Right.
they were the ones who. Then one guy was just like, nah.
While he was there.
Yeah, didn't skate the contest.
And did you have to? Were you there or you were?
I
in
was
America?
there, yeah, and I was just like, but this is, this isn't just a fun trip. This isn't a vacation. This is
And he wasn't hurt.
no. I just didn't feel like it. It was tricky.
Yeah, because I never seen you get angry, especially about another skateboarder and skateboarding. That's got to be a really uncomfortable.
I mean, I definitely voiced my disappointment, but I'm not.
Did he
I'm
care?
not a dictator where it's like, you're gonna get out there.
Did this person care about your disappointment?
Not enough to skate.
But did he, when you were like, really, dude, you're not going to ride? And he was like, was he super like, fucking take it or leave it kind of
like
guy?
I didn't like the chorus. I didn't feel like it. Whatever. Like this.
So, because I'm trying to get because if you had a reason,
It was more like that was our impasse, and at that point I was just like, all right, forget it. I can't force you to do it. You
Yeah.
don't want to do it.
but you
and
also don't.
I'm not
wanna-
going to make the mistake again.
Is he kicked off the team or is he just
No, I mean,
Oh, wow.
he went on his own volition later, but
because he already?
but I
like,
mean, it wasn't. It's not even that big of a deal. Like the hardest thing is to be more excited about someone's career than they are.
yeah,
That never works.
no,
And that's what we were at. I was like, this guy could have made it,
yeah,
and just
didn't really care.
didn't care. Yeah,
Didn't really
And
like
I-
it almost.
yeah,
As much.
Just maybe was was all a little too much too.
I was gonna say.
I get it. You know, I understand it's not for everyone, but at the same time, it's so hard because you want to shake someone just like, dude,
Right.
you have what everyone wants.
Right.
All these people wish they had half your skill.
Right.
And it's easy for you.
Right.
Just go do it.
Right. Because that's my immediate disappointment in you for not using the bit that I would kill for. Like, give me that. I'll show you what to fucking do with it at the contest, you asshole. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so.
It's got to be a weird position. It's got to be a weird dynamic for you to be that good and for you to care that little.
Right.
It's like, for me, I'm like, I can't even understand what that would be like. I'm like, I know I've got, like, I'm met athletes. I'm not, you know, but I try, man. My brain is athletic, but my body hates it. But my brain
is athletic.
My brain wants to fucking fly. Like, my brain can light up fucking jumps and shit where I'm like, I can go from there to there, no problem.
Throw football over
my
the
body,
mountain.
I go right off it, and my body's like, fucking. I'm like, what? No.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt skating this, where I had all these ideas, and then I'd go to grab it like a frontside air, and I just couldn't get a hold of it. I was like, what? Just grab the board. Can't be that hard. It is.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, that's how I felt all day today. But it was interesting. That was to try to be good. Like, Bucky's super good. I was as good as Bucky. I beat Bucky before. And to see how far he's gone and to have a bad day being as good as he is, and for me to not have a bad day being an absolute dog shit. And I'm like, who is really winning right now? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I'm having a good time and I'm like falling off on accidents like I always do. Yeah. And he's over there, you know, fuck. And I'm like, did an Ollie impossible, dude. Like, I can't do that ever. And he's, you know, fucking goddamn, my fucking knee's hurting. I'm like, this is real work, real fear. Mitchy Brusco's doing tricks over here. Getting back to that other thing. Vert dudes do stuff where if it goes wrong, wow. Like, what he's doing over there is, you know, flipping and spinning at the same time, going like 35 mile an hour. It's intense shit. Like, just to go get a sandwich afterwards. I don't know how I kind of understand my maniac ways now, because at one point I was totally those guys. I only go and I only play for keeps. Like, there was a good 10-year pocket where fuck, or yes, fuck yes. So I'm just either snapped happy or snapped.
Yep.
And I'm a maniac all day. I didn't make it. I did make it. Hey. Like, give me a beer to numb that I did make it, or give me a beer to celebrate that I did make
exactly.
it.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Trying to figure out a way to go to sleep. This fucking maniac. And now I'm like, you know what I mean? I like stuff. I like the phone. I'll even look at it while I'm here. Not them. They're charging. They're like getting shit done.
Yeah,
it's impressive. It's like a different. Like, I felt a little bit like, maybe I'll come back later when you guys calm down.
It's a crazy level of technicality.
Yes,
with those guys.
Like, you were talking about little adjustments with your feet now, because it's different. There was a time there where your feet could be a little moved, and you don't really need to plant them anywhere. You just have to keep going, keep the momentum. Now there's one little crucial thing goes wrong, and they're still human brains. Like, they ain't fucking aliens. Like, they know as much as I do about the world. Some of them less. But there's intricacies that if they go a little bit wrong, and you're going so fast, that's the other thing you when you're older, you realize.
You mean like your truck breaking?
We're going fast, man.
Yeah.
Like, when I came off and my truck broke, I was like, man, I'm just cruising across the flat bottom. But when my wheel came off, I felt like a car hit me.
Yeah.
Worst slam ever. On the elbow that I fell on, and on the ribs that I sprained, and onto the side of my brain that I hit the other day. And I was just like, and I see the silver foam thing again. I'm like, nah. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, don't go. And I'm like, hello? And it's not Tony Hawk, it's Mitchy Brusco this time. I'm like, hello, Mitchy Brusco. Fuck. And they're like, whoa, dude, I've never seen that. No one's ever done that. I'm like, fuck.
I love how you just throw it into American accent.
That's how they talk, dude. They were like, Jason, what happened to your board? Your trucks. Dude,
on the flip side of all that, not having a bad day. It was a struggle, but Andy and I came here yesterday, just he and I, to figure out a whole new doubles routine.
For a demo or?
Just to get something on video, because we've been talking about, we've done doubles competitions, and we had lines that were good, that were difficult, but you know, they're a little conservative because
you want to make a whole ride. Yeah.
You want to make the whole thing. And a couple of times we pushed it a little further, and those are some highlights from X Games that people point to sometimes. But then we did, a few years ago, we did just tricks on video. So one hit at a time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So like some of the hardest combos we could do, where it took us a bunch of tries. And then to further that, we decided recently that we want to do a super hard line.
Okay.
That's going to take a lot of tries.
Yeah.
And so yesterday, for like 2.5 hours, try and get this line.
How many walls is it?
That's a good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 walls, and then there's a thing that I do at the end.
I might get tired halfway through that, have a nap.
But we felt...
You do it?
We did it, yeah. But we felt after that, exactly like you're talking about, all day. Like he texted me, we did it in the morning. He texted me later, like, dude, I've been on a high all day. Like that was insane.
Yeah.
So we're pretty excited. We're going to get out there soon.
See, that's why it's all worth it. That's why I don't mind if I hit my head and my arms hurt and my ribs.
I landed on him on a 540. Not like almost clipped him, like on his back.
How is everybody okay?
We were luckily kind of going the same trajectory. And so I hit him, but we were both falling.
And you didn't crush him?
No.
You just like bumped him.
Bumped him, yeah. And then my shin actually
hit back to back, or?
My shin hit his helmet.
Oh, so you'd come all the way around when you hit him?
Yeah, because the line we were doing, the timing
holy shit
didn't add up when we got to that wall, and I was too far ahead. And when we're in it, I'm all systems go, and I didn't see him coming up, and I was like, nah, he'll make it.
Good to know. Good to know if I'm ever doing a doubles with you, that you got that.
My head was like, he'll fix it. You know what I mean? He'll cheat it a little bit, and then I came down, and my board landed on his back.
Because you've done X Games doubles with Andy for so long, do you find it now that you're older way harder to do what you were doing? Like, do you think you could do something?
Yes, it's harder to make adjustments on the fly.
Yeah.
Where if something kind of went wrong, got a bad landing or whatever in the past, I could just push through.
Right.
This time, a few times, like when this part where I do a McTwist over him, I was getting kind of low landings. I just would bounce out.
Because you can't get this momentum to keep, you don't have the pump that you used to have.
Can't fix it. And everything we're doing requires such precision.
All right.
And I don't have that extra in my tank to make it work. So yes, absolutely is the answer.
That's weird.
Is that weird? I'm 53. It's not that weird.
No, I don't know. No, it's weird to know that if you're in a jam that you can use this weird extra energy to get momentum from nothing.
Yes.
Like you're saying at one point, there was a time there.
You know what it is though? I think it's funny. It's not that I don't have that energy, because I had it. We went for so long yesterday. So I definitely had the stamina. It was that I kept, like, if I landed, let's say I landed a little low, I couldn't get the rhythm of a good pump after it, even though it's not that hard to do. Do you know what I mean?
No, it doesn't make sense.
Like if I got a low landing, I couldn't just reset and get back into it. I was still kind of recovering from that.
Okay. And usually, when
so
you were
it wasn't
younger,
like
you
it
could.
wasn't from energy. It was just more that I didn't have that. I don't have that snap.
All right.
That time, the snap. I mean, like the quickness.
Right, and
I don't have the quickness.
That's the impressive bit. That's the bit that I'm trying to get at, because I feel like there's times there in my youth where I could do things where I can't do now, even if it was perfect. Like I can generate. Like I feel like there'd be times where I'd be in the air and I'm like, oh, it's not right. And I do some real ab work. Like I think I do core muscle where I'm like I'd fucking re-rotate my body and land a little off axis and still get like a real big pump off it.
That's what I'm speaking.
Where
of.
now there's like not a like you got to really work on
that one's thrown away.
Yeah, there's a lot of core.
Yeah,
like it's like being like to have like a 6-pack when you're 55. You got to do abs 8 hours a day, unless you're just born like one of those people that have that. But it's to be that fit, because I think in skateboarding, the skateboarders are incredibly good and they didn't go to the gym. We didn't train. We were just like, we were skateboard fit. Like we had muscles in our legs and in our abs that we didn't know we had because I was never in the gym like, whoa, like I just had skateboard muscles that could get me momentum when I needed it.
Yep.
That is almost freakish. You probably don't realize it. Like you don't realize what you had there. You had like a crazy, it's like people like ice skiers, those sprinter guys, how they got that crazy legs.
Yeah.
Because that's that particular movement makes you get roadrunner legs.
Right. But I guess in talking about getting older, that even though I'm doing this on a regular basis, that tone has kind of withered. It has. It's just a fact of life.
All right, exactly.
That's it. And so I don't.
It's like my hairline. Used to be strong.
Yeah. That's it.
It's not like I didn't do anything wrong. Just happens.
I'm not complaining. I'm so excited that we did it, and like that we're gonna share it soon. So
I would love hair. He's so great. It's not over though. I'm gonna get it again.
Is that why you tattooed your whole head to make it look like hair?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, that and I like tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I didn't have kids, I'd have no skin left.
Did you go at it with the idea that you're gonna do the whole thing, or did it graduate?
My head tattoo was gonna be where I used to have hair, and then I put these flowers on the side. I didn't even really want them here. The tattoo guy was like, "It'd be crazy if you had them here," and I was like, "Okay." I don't care. Face is chewed up. I used to be handsome as fuck too. So I don't care. It's like, there's no point now. Like you can paint whatever you want on it. Doesn't, you know what I mean? My chick's into it. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think I'm doing it for too many other people these days.
But are you gonna do any more on your face?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You are?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get I got a snake head to come out here, but then I want something nicer to come out here. I was going to get 2 snakes, but I feel like I just look too evil, and I'm not evil. I like
Snake
flowers.
Isn't that the dude? Wasn't that what's that show? What is it? Squid Game. The guy had a snake.
Yeah. That looked pretty cool.
For that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I think his might be right out here a little bit further. So mine be back here a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. But something like that. And then maybe like a rose on this side, because I don't want to get too dark anymore. I feel like it's like, rah, I'm like, rah. I'm not even like, I'm not like trying to yell at anyone.
But you are going to do a snake. So.
Yeah, well, part of me's still dark as fuck.
Okay, got it.
Can't duck at all. It's not like, man, now I just do yoga.
This is the duality of man. I represent it.
I could get duality across it. Oh shit. Maybe I won't get any more face tattoos. You're convincing me. I don't know.
I'm convincing you. What are you
I
talking
could get just lasered off. What about that?
What's that?
Just laser it all off and go full baby. I just don't care.
Oh man, that would hurt.
Yeah, I would just rather add to it at this point. Okay. The worst part about it now is the only part that I don't have a lot of tattoos, because my wife has more tattoos than I do, is that in my inner leg area, I never got around to that because I was like, one, I don't want anybody, like my groin tattooed. I don't want anyone, I don't feel like I need anybody in there. But now, because I don't think it's because I'm gayer, but I definitely wear shorter shorts than I think it's been a process. I know that my wife was like, get a Speedo. And I was like, why? It's like, 'cause Speedos look awesome. You're like a big burly guy. Why don't you get a Speedo? And I'm like, shit's gay. She's like, is it?
Yeah.
Because you are. And I was like, right, good point. And then I blew my knee out, and my first vacation I got when Sirius started paying me, I went to Mexico, and I had like one of those big knee braces on and my Speedo. And it was a good look. I thought it was casual. And I did not know how much better it is to be in the water with shorts that don't go down to your knees. So now at least I wear shorter shorts, and now it's super apparent that there's gaps, and it's like, it's even like you're trying to do your face, but you're not doing the rest of your inside of your legs. Like, you got to do the inside of your legs. You got to finish the suit. So
The suit.
yeah. So now I've got an appointment to do the inside of my legs. I'm not looking forward to it. I know it's like,
Is that going to be the duality of man?
no, one of them's going to be a koala with my cat's head instead of a koala's head. And the other side's going to be a mermaid. It's my wife's idea.
A koala with my cat's head.
Yeah, because I've got a midget cat with no hair, a hairless midget cat, Gimli. And I'm going to put Gimli's head on a koala's body.
Is that the dream pet?
Yes. Yes. That would be the ultimate pet.
That would be the ultimate pet.
If it talked and it had an Australian accent. Mate, good to see you again, Jace. That would be my favorite pet of all time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for the reveal.
I mean, what do you want me to do? Drop my pants when I get it on? It's probably best I just tell the story.
No. I just mean the reveal that what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, and then it's just going to be here. Then it's going to, and then it's that. Just getting everything tattooed.
Wow.
Because once I'm super wrinkly and super hideous, it won't make any difference. I'm just get somebody else's face tattooed on my
barely have
face.
wrinkles. For
Total-
50?
Okay, but it's coming.
Dude, I had like, when I had 50, through my 40s, people used to ask me, are you tired? Like all the time. Are you tired? Because I just look like I have this sort of droopy eyes. And I was just like, first of all, no. And secondly,
Dickheads.
I'm offended.
Are you tired? Your mum's tired. Fuck off.
I used to always get,
Maybe people want to say that to me, but
but it was also, it was like they were trying to be compassionate. And they
doesn't
just
work.
didn't realize that it was just like, no, you're just being insulting.
Yeah.
I'm old. I look old. I have old eyelids or whatever.
Yeah, everybody when
eye
they're
bags.
50 has looked in the mirror and gone, yeah, look, I'm getting old.
Yep.
I don't need you to fucking tell me at the airport that it's happening. Like,
Are you tired? I am, but that's not what this is about.
yes.
Yeah.
But I'm also old as well. It's both. They're both attacking me at the same time. Age and tiredness. It's almost like they come together.
I've since just given it, like, it's just what you see is what you get. Yeah, sure. I'm tired. Yeah. Or I look old. It's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've been more offended of my fatness than my age. Like I looked in the mirror and I've gone, oh, come on. I will not do that. And then I immediately go to the gym and get on a treadmill or whatever it is.
You fat shamed yourself.
Dude, I've been hurt before where I didn't know. I can't believe somebody didn't tell me. Like, I think I was alcoholic too. So, it would just pack on. But like,
I do remember that when I broke my pelvis, I saw a photo about 8 weeks later.
It's the photo
and I was like,
later.
Wait a second. What's going on there?
Isn't that weird how you don't know it at the time, but then you go, what the fuck? And you're like, why didn't someone tell me? Yeah, it was
a photo of me in the pool, and I was just like, hey, it's not cool.
I've done it. Katie's seen me do it. Katie's seen me catch it, and I'm already, she knows what mission I'm on, and I haven't said anything yet. She just knows that I saw it in the mirror. She knows the face. Like, I've gone, right, that's it. And she's like, and she can tell. I'm like, right, that's it. She's like, so should I take all the candy in the cupboard and throw it away? And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Because that's ridiculous. Now, pants, I went down again. Like, now I have to, like, I got medium sweatpants, and because I'm nowhere near as big as I used to be, which makes skateboarding way easier. So I'm excited about, that's why I don't mind getting hurt. I can also tell this is the kind of person you have to be if you wanted to be a pro skateboarder, and it never goes away. It will never go away. I'm skateboarding today and I'm like, man, I don't feel very good. I'm sore, and these guys are really good, and they're angry about it. And I'm like, I feel uncomfortable. Maybe I should just leave. And I was like, oh, we got a podcast, so I'll at least stay around. So in my head, I'm like, this is the first time I ever looked at the ramp, and I was like, you don't need to come here, dude. Like, is this really like, is this fun for you? Because you're scared, you don't feel right. Like, I'm like, God, this is constant with me. It's like every now and then I have a bad day, and then I eat shit, and I almost get knocked out. And I'm like, oh, it's fucking on. Like
Oh, you mean for the comeback?
yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So pull slam and your wheel comes off. Oh, so you're trying to get me out. I see what's happening. You fucked up. You fucked up hard. 159s. I got a key. I'm coming in all the time. I'm going to have a video part very soon.
159s.
I'm not going to. I'm getting Vans. Not this. I love Cab. I love you, Cab. But your shoes are thicker than the normal one, and I don't have time to wear them in. I need the other puppies. What are they called? Just Vans?
Skate highs.
Skate highs.
Yeah, these.
Right?
Right?
Yeah, that's what I need.
I've always got these. I've always got a
That's the exact. Yeah.
stockpile of these because I go through them because I knee slide.
Yeah. That pool made took my shoes from me. That's the end of those ones.
That's it. One pool. I have to go when I go. I'm gonna go skate a pool, and if I'm not gonna wear high tops, I have to go in my closet and be like, all right, which ones am I gonna give up today?
Because they're done for sure.
Because they're done. Yeah. Because you're gonna burn through the toe. You're gonna wreck. They're done.
Yeah, it really does. Surprising sometimes how much vert stuff, the speed. Because I know I'm a terrible street skateboarder, but I've skated the streets. I'm not a complete asshole, and just when grinds go wrong in the pool, it seems like
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, I'm looking. You know what I mean? I was looking, but it seemed like I went upside down real quick. You know what I mean? I've been on a ledge before. I'm not saying I'm like nollie flipping into shit, but I used to be able to do tail slides, front side and back side.
It was the kind of slam where I was on the deck on one of them, and Jason disappeared like he did a backflip into an empty pool, and it was like nothing. He's not okay. There's no way he's okay.
Hey,
Well, you were the first time.
Yeah.
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 It's all right. We're not going back there.
I'm in a dangerous pocket, you guys, but I'm not giving up. And you know what? It would be different if you were, if you weren't built for it. You got to be resilient. And I am 50, and I do get hurt more, and it is sore, but I still am tough as fuck compared to your normal person. You should quit, but not me. Like I feel like I got
A normal
shin
person
splints.
should quit.
They should, because you're gonna break and you're gonna be hospitalized. You might die,
I
but I won't die.
I always tell people, just go. No, if you want to skate, go skate. Just do it. You don't have to go big.
Yeah.
Just cruise. You're telling them not to do it.
No, yeah,
I'm telling you to get out there and get active.
Well, it's Hawk versus Wolf. Let's go. The argument.
That's it.
Right. I don't think you should do it because you got kids, and if you keep hitting your head all the time, there's no way that's good for you. But it also depends on who you are. If you hit your head a lot and it makes you cry or it makes you emotional the next day, then that means that you might have done more.
I'm not. Yes, I wouldn't encourage someone to keep doing it if you're getting consistent concussions. But I just mean that a lot of people skated in their youth. Their kids are skating now, and they're debating whether to even try it again.
Oh, okay.
And I'm saying just get out there and get in motion. That's it. Like you don't have to go. You don't have to drop in the big thing. You don't have to jump to double set. Just cruise.
That's the most important part.
Carve
of that
demos.
advice.
Let's go.
See how he said he didn't. You don't have to do all those other things.
He does.
Yes, and that's why
to.
If you have to do those other things, you better be fucking tough. Because otherwise, it could be damaging. Like, I don't think I'm hurting my head. I think my brain is solid as a rock. It might be because it's part rock, but it's solid.
It's part rock.
Like, some of it's just hardened up.
Should do one of those diagrams, where they show all the different parts of your brain and what to think about.
I don't need to know that.
Just rock.
Yeah. Now, I'm not even on this show. I'm not telling you what my parts are. It's Jason Ellis show material right there. But some of it's skateboarding.
Mine's pretty simple.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to admit all yours either. You're sketchy. You hang out with me. You told me what a cat in a bathtub was.
I read about it.
I didn't read it. I'm just saying, I was like 35 when someone told me that, and it was you.
Yeah, I read all that stuff. That was funny.
Yeah, well, whatever book you got it from, give it to me because that's some funny shit.
That was like before memes, before memes, before Urban Dictionary. It was just all the rumors going around.
Oh man, they were amusing. But Yeah, I still don't. I feel like you got to go through those things. I'm glad I stayed. I'm glad that thing went bad. I'm glad I figured out some more stuff about trucks, and I can't wait to skateboard again. I definitely feel less intimidated by things. I feel like lately I'm like, oh, don't, take it easy. You haven't been skateboarding for a long time and you don't want to get hurt. And then I get hurt.
What does Katie say?
Oh, she knows me. Do it. It makes me happy. She knows me. She knows.
But like when you came back from the Pink Motel and bloodied up and.
She didn't even. Yeah, she didn't care at all. She's not worried at all. She's bummed out that I bled on the sheets.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get
but
that.
She was like, look, I flipped it over for you today. And I was like, cool. Thanks, baby. So I guess down the bottom corner's got blood on it now.
Yeah, I know that.
She didn't want to just wash it because she knows I'm going to bleed into it again today.
I had one on my elbow that just kept bleed, like it wouldn't stop bleeding for days.
So every night, more blood in the bed.
Yeah, but it was like consistently leaking where it was. Well, I found out later that it was completely infected. I didn't realize it.
Oh, okay.
And then I had to go get antibiotics. Like it was way too far gone.
So you were just leaking pus into the bed?
Yeah, for days. Yeah.
It's like Kathy's wakes up and goes, oh, cool.
Cool.
And then,
yeah.
Oh, cool. Over and over and over.
Yeah. And I would cover it. I'm like, no, I covered it. And it would just go beyond whatever I covered.
Yeah. That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not cover
gross.
it, but yeah, it's everywhere. It looks gross. When I got in there the day after it, my cat wanted to sleep in that area. So like when I moved the blanket,
oh no,
my cat's asleep in the blood stains. Like, daddy's blood stains. And I'm like, dude, do you have to be so metal all the time?
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, like he caught the spot. It was like, oh, daddy's blood. Like a true Ellis.
Yeah, Lola comes and licks like my shins, just like, oh.
Yeah, because he knows he's always got it. Yeah, it's a go-to spot. Dad's home and he's got cuts on his shins for sure.
Woo.
Yeah.
I either have food in a bag or cuts on my shins.
They're
Either
both
way,
tasty
she's pretty
snacks.
happy.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Here's to everyone having food in your bags or cuts on your shins.
Yeah.
It's a life well lived.
It is. Get into it. Get stuck into it, everybody.
Get into it. And
like and describe.
We'll see you next week.
Yep.
Peace.